choose UAE as a place to start their business. UAE's geographical location connects Europe, Asia, Africa, making it a strategic hub for international trade and commerce. That is number one. This year, we have seen in the first half over 20,000 new business licenses already issued. Since 2021, there have been a lot of foreign policies which have favored entrepreneurs to move to Dubai. Number one being 100% ownership for foreign investors. Sheikh Hamdan recently announced Dubai's winning bid for the 2029 AI conference on computer vision. This event marks a significant milestone for our city as we continue to lead in technology. UAE has won 349 bids for business events in 2024. And if you still feel that UAE is not a good place to move, we have over 6,700 millionaires coming to UAE this year to settle down in Dubai. Moving on, why do investors choose Shuraa to form their company in UAE? Since 2001, Shuraa has been in the market. We have been proud to be part of Dubai's amazing growth. We have seen the city's great potential and wanted to be part of their success story. Dubai has grown immensely and impressively, and Shuraa has been right there along this journey. As Dubai continues to becoming a leading city worldwide, we are excited to keep working together to drive new ideas and opportunities. Shuraa is owned by an Emirati entrepreneur, Mr. Saeed Khalifa, who runs multiple businesses in the UAE. Some of them include Shuraa Business Setup, tax and accounting, banking, legal consultancies, electromechanical works, hotels, and advertising as well. We have formed over 50,000 companies since 2001. We are present currently in India, UK, Netherlands, and France. Some of our top services include company formation and licensing, which includes not only setting up your company in Dubai, but anywhere in the UAE. Our well-experienced team can assist our investors with golden visas, banking, tax and accounting, HR, and recruitment services. Moving on, I'm sure you have a lot of questions regarding taxation. So we have two taxes in the UAE currently. The number one being value-added tax. Now, the value-added tax has two thresholds. The number one being the voluntary VAT registration. So if your taxable supplies or expenditure over previous years exceed 187,500, you have a voluntary registration which can be done for VAT. But if you cross the threshold of 375,000 dirhams, then it is mandatory for you to register for VAT, which is once again, if you fail to do that, you get a penalty of 10,000 dirhams. Moving on, recently, corporate tax has been introduced into the UAE, and a lot of people are confused about this. So corporate tax is 9%, which is on your taxable income above 375,000 dirhams. So if your taxable income is exceeding 375,000 dirhams, you will be charged 9% corporate tax on that amount only. Anything exceeding 375,000 dirhams. And it is mandatory for all companies, whether you cross the threshold or not, you have to register for corporate tax. Moving on, our team is also very much, our team has been very, we have a very experienced team when it comes to banking. So as we all know, getting a license is a part of the job, but opening your bank account is something which is very crucial. Our team has a 98% success rate in opening bank accounts in the UAE. And this is why we can help you in opening any kind of bank account with any kind of bank. When it comes to VAT, I forgot to mention something really important. So if you don't exceed this threshold of 187,500, you have a penalty of 10,000 dirhams if you don't deregister for VAT. And this is something which not a lot of people know about. And this is where our team comes into the picture, where our accountants, our consultants guide you and keep a check on your limit so that they can guide, so that you don't face any kind of fines. Moving on, As a business consultant and an employee of Shuraa, I can assure you that my colleagues would go above and beyond to make sure that your process or your journey with Shuraa is really smooth and really hassle-free. Our partners, IFZA, have been a massive support to our investors moving to UAE. They have made the licensing process a breeze, and their flexibility in accommodating our clients have been applaudable. As a platinum partner of IFZA, we are pleased to offer our clients exclusive packages and benefits. This partnership allows us to provide exceptional value and unique opportunities to meet your needs. Moving on, I would like to call our client engagement manager of IFZA, Mr. Azil Nazim. Please can we have a round of applause? Thank you.
Thank you, Ritvik. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to IFZA. Thank you for being here and taking part in this open house event hosted in collaboration with Shuraa Management Consultancy. My name is Azil Nazim. I'm a senior client engagement manager at IFZA. At IFZA, I handle the new business incorporation and also handle some of the key accounts of IFZA, including that of Shura's. And I'm here to give you a brief presentation about IFZA, our benefits, setting up a company in Dubai, and also we'll also briefly look into the advantages of Dubai and some of the key facts of Dubai as an emirate which we are located in. Yeah. So IFZA stands for International Free Zone Authority. We are based in Dubai, formed in 2017, and we are a B2B free zone. We exist in order to attract foreign investors into the UAE and in order to contribute to the economic prosperity of the Emirate of Dubai. Yeah. So before we move on, we need to discuss about the benefits of Dubai. Okay, Dubai, as we all know, is centrally located and everyone benefits from its brand value. Dubai is the brand name for the entire UAE and also the Middle East. And let's look into Dubai and its benefits in more detail. Here are some of the key facts of Dubai. And Dubai is one of the 7 emirates of the UAE. It is number one, is the UAE is home to more than 10 million people from more than 200 nationalities. That's amazing about the demographic that we have here. And number 4, in World Bank's best countries to start a career, which indeed attracts a lot of professionals and expertise into the market and the region. Number 1 in macroeconomic stability, international standards for legal and regulatory procedures, and with the access to common law, UK common law through IFC and ADGM codes, as you may know. Number 1 in Middle East Global Entrepreneurship Index, SMEs contributed to as much as 63.5% of non-oil GDP in 2023. And SMEs comprise of 95% of registered companies in the UAE, which forms most of IFZA's clientele because we also target the SMEs and we are in line with Dubai's leadership vision of T33. Strategic hub. Dubai provides access to more than 2.4 billion customers in developed markets across Middle East and Northeast Africa, Asia, and Europe, enabled by world-class land, sea, and air transport facilities. And as you all know, Dubai is famous for its strategic location, as well as the amazing logistic facilities that we have got here. And as you can see from the globe here, Dubai or UAE is centrally located, and about 2/3 of world population can be accessed from Dubai within an average 8 hours flight from Dubai. Safe and business-friendly legal framework. For any countries to be successful and to attract foreign investors into the region, and only an infrastructure development is not enough. It needs to have a safe and business-friendly legal framework in order to gain confidence from the investors in order to invest into the UAE. So which Dubai has been able to build over the past many years, which has positioned UAE as a primary FDI destination within West Asia and MENA regions. In 2022, the UAE has ranked first in West Asia and MENA region for FDI inflows, making a 10% increase from the previous year to a record-breaking of $23 billion. Yeah, as you can see from the year-on-year comparison underneath the slide here, UAE has always witnessed an increase in number of FDI inflows over the past many years, if you look from 2018 to 2022. Resilient economy. Can you guys believe that it's been almost 5 years since COVID-19 pandemic happened? Yeah? Remember about the lockdown days? Remember about the empty roads? Please raise your hands. How many of you have been here in Dubai during the lockdown with me? Yeah? Yeah? Good. And you must also remember that how the government of UAE and its leadership has intervened with the use of the modern healthcare system that we have got in order to bring life back to normal. And UAE was one of the countries which has actually managed to open borders and bring life back to normal within no time. Yeah? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Simon. Yes, yes. So which has actually encouraged investors in terms of boosting their confidence. And if you look at the numbers here, there was 45,653 new business licenses issued in Dubai during the first half of 2022 post-pandemic, which is an amazing 25% increase compared to the same period previous year. So from then on, even as IFZA, as a free zone authority here, we have always witnessed that there has been a growth in terms of number of new business incorporation every year on year. High quality of life, indeed. So me, myself, have been living in Dubai for the past 24 years, and our 4 generations lives here. Yeah. So Dubai has always amazed me with the quality of life it has got to offer to its expatriates and visitors. Global hub for education. When any one of us makes a decision to migrate into a country, definitely our children comes first. Yeah, their education and also our self-learning comes first as a priority for any one of us. UAE and especially Dubai is home to exceptional range of international schools that offer curricula from the UK, USA, Germany, India, French, and many more. Yeah, I've listed down a few of the prominent institutions that's available here in Dubai, as you can see from the slide. Yeah. Modern and tolerant society. As I mentioned, been living here for a UAE resident for more than 2 decades. I'm always amazed by the level of security and in terms of our life and assets, what this country has to provide, which of course gives the confidence in expatriates like me and in convincing the people and coming to Dubai. World-class shopping and entertainment. Be it any brand that you name it, we have it here. So from Dubai Mall to Mina Bazaar, I mean, we have got everything in Dubai for the shopping, and also it's a world-class entertainment hub, which promotes Dubai as a place where anyone would consider to migrate to. So it's tolerant society and the safe legal framework, central location, the security that it gives for the residents, and everything all together. This is some of few reasons why I call Dubai my home. Yeah. Now, when setting up a business in the UAE, there are 3 major jurisdictions that you need to consider. That is mainland, free zone, or offshore. These are the 3 main jurisdictions that you would consider when you make a decision to set up a company in the UAE. So mainland, as you know, it's the traditional way of setting up the company here when 7 Emirates of UAE came together to form as a country, which is United Arab Emirates. And this was the first type of structure that ever existed. But at that point in time, it had a requirement whereby you need to have a 51% shareholder as a local sponsor, okay, which actually acted as a roadblock for any foreign investors in order to make a decision in order to come into UAE. That was one of the reasons why the free zone structure was implemented in the region. A free zone is a special economic area where governed by a special legal framework by its definition. And it allows for 100% ownership. It's very flexible. Free zone offers one-stop shop for all your business requirement. Of course, free zones are registrar of companies who actually issues your licenses. An offshore entity is actually a governing body which issues a license for an offshore company, but whereas an offshore company is not licensed to do any business in the UAE. But whereas the offshore company will be able to do business outside the UAE, and offshore companies can be set up only through a registered agent. So these are the difference between three of these structures. What is a free zone? Let's look deep into what a free zone means. A special economic area that is governed by its own legal framework, goods can be imported and exported free of customs duties. Business between free zones are also excluded from the customs duties. Free zones are business ecosystems where companies are clustered around similar industries and themes to facilitate ease of doing business. So the place that you sit now, this building, it's a free zone area whereby we, as a free zone authority, international free zone authority, we strive hard in order to develop our ecosystem, in order to boost business, and in order to encourage ease of doing business within the region. So each free zone has got its own benefits. IFZA Dubai. IFZA was formed in 2017, and as I mentioned, we are a B2B free zone. We work business to business, where we are partnered with a lot of expert consultants like Shuraa Management Consultancy. Together, we attract a lot of foreign investors into the region. IFZA stands for Customer Orientation, Acceptance, and Flexibility. IFZA Business Park is where IFZA is located, International Free Zone Authority is located. It's strategically located in the Emirate of Dubai, in Dubai Silicon Oasis. And the place that we are here now is called the Community Dubai Digital Park, where we are based and where all our offices and facilities are also based. Benefits of free zone. So some of the benefits of free zone are, of course, 100% ownership of commercial enterprises, 100% repatriation of capital and profits, tax-free import and export goods in and out of the free zone, specific tax exemption for free zone companies, safe and business-friendly legal framework, one-stop shop for all administrative procedures within the free zone so that you don't have to go around to 10 different places in order to get your licenses and visas and so on. So everything can be done under the same umbrella. Residency visas for shareholders and employees can be applied and processed through the free zone itself. Here are some of the benefits of IFZA Dubai. A vast network of world-class authorized partners that include law firms, accounting firms, corporate service providers like Shuraa across Europe, Asia, and other key global markets professionally train the IFZA way through our KSDA-approved IFZA Academy. Safe and business-friendly legal framework. Of course, ours is a modern regulation whereby it also allows a company that's registered in IFZA or a company that's registered outside IFZA to migrate in and out of IFZA. This is also one of the advantages that you get from the regulation from IFZA. Fast and efficient, affordable company incorporation process. With IFZA, the incorporation timeline to form a company is only 3 to 5 working days, and we are very flexible. You don't have to visit UAE we don't require any presence of the clients in our offices in order to incorporate the entity, which means that you can incorporate a company with IFZA while you're outside the UAE at the comfort of your own home, even if you're outside the UAE. An expert multinational team who can advise on the perfect fit from thousands of business activities. Business licenses are also available through the incorporation of FZCOs or registration of branch of subsidiary companies. Professional and commercial activities can be combined under one IFZA license. This is another USPs of setting up in IFZA, because with us, we are allowed to combine professional and commercial activity types, that is, be it trading or service activity types, under the same license without requiring to take a separate license and pay for it all over again. No physical presence required of the business owners during the incorporation process, which I mentioned earlier. Full flexibility in up or down scaling the company. Our prices are very competitive, and our solutions are also very competitive, whereby you can even set up a company at a bare minimum 0 visa package without any visa allocation at a minimal cost. And then as the business grows, you can always scale up the visa allocation from 2, 3, or any unlimited visa packages as you may please. State-of-the-art flexible office solution for a wide variety of business requirements. So this is an ecosystem that we strive, as I mentioned, in order to develop, and we keep adding new additions to our ecosystem and to make our officers, and which is very user-friendly and reliable for our licensees. IFZA provides a unique ecosystem which supports newly incorporated companies in all relevant aspects. So we do conduct a lot of events and seminars, and in order to help the new entrepreneurs and our licensees to succeed in their business. And also we have a very vibrant ecosystem here in the DDP, and we keep adding new things in order to our ecosystem in order to make it more attractive and more beneficial for our licensees. To give you an example, a recent addition to our ecosystem would be a new fine dining restaurants across 2 stories of buildings here, which is in building B5. That's also an additional amazing addition to the ecosystem. IFZA license options. We have typically 2 types of licenses, okay, which is based on the activities, that is professional license and commercial license. Professional license are all service-related activities, which, for example, project management services, management consultancy, or any service-related activity comes under the category of professional license. And commercial activities are any trading-related activity, example, general trading or textile trading, food and beverages trading, all comes under the category of commercial license. And we have an option to combine professional and commercial license under the same license, activities under the same license without an additional cost or without the requirement of taking a separate license. And we also have brands and subsidiaries whereby you can have the corporate shareholder holding the shares of the IFZA company, rather than an individual shareholder. We also have that option. This is how an IFZA incorporation process and the client's journey would look like while you're setting up an IFZA company. Yeah, the consultation and proposal would be given by our registered channel partners through Shuraa, who would be an expert in terms of advising the clients and the solutions that you would give for setting up the IFZA company. And the documentation and processing will be done hand in hand with IFZA and Shuraa in terms of arranging your documentation and compiling all the necessary documents. And the license approval, MOA, and issuance will be handled solely from IFZA after necessary checks and approvals from the third-party authorities as the government requires. And the continuing client support will be done through both IFZA and Shuraa. So this is how our ecosystem looks like. We have 11 pillars for our ecosystem. Yeah. So starting with IFZA Property. IFZA Property provides business-inspiring real estate solutions that are strategically located inside the IFZA Business Park in Dubai. IFZA Academy for Training is one of its kind, the KSDA-approved IFZA Academy, where we give a lot of training courses for our partners, channel partners, as well as our licensees, in order for them to become successful in their day-to-day business. IFZA Life provides unique tailored health insurance packages exclusively for IFZA free zone companies and IFZA licensees. IFZA Banking Services provides assistance to our channel partners for IFZA bank account opening for the IFZA licensees. IFZA Fit Out works hand in hand with IFZA Property that gives all the fit out solutions for the offices that you take to bring your own branding, to do all the fit out works in your offices will be taken care by IFZA Fit Out. IFZA Corporate Consulting supports accounting and year-end closing for all the channel partners in terms of the requirement and the consultation that they may require for the accounting purposes for the IFZA licensees. IFZA Mentorship is strategically designed program that provides entrepreneurs with access to business experts. IFZA Loyalty is the elite IFZA loyalty program that's available for our partners and our employees. Sorry, this one is not for licensees yet. IFZA Events is a community engagement in business and beyond through platforms such as polo, golf, majlis, bowling, and others. And I'm not sure whether if you have been in one of our events, we do have some amazing events that goes out like throughout the year. IFZA Cares is our CSR division, is established to make a positive contribution to the social, economic, and environment welfare of the UAE. It's a process, it's a way how we give back to the society in terms of the plantation that we do. For each business license that we incorporate, we do a mangrove forest in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And we do a lot in terms of CSR programs for during the Ramadan, and also for Gaza we have done a lot of contributions, and there are many such CSR programs that we are a part of as well. IFZA Motors are exclusive vehicle fleet services for IFZA professional partners, not open to the licensees yet, but yeah. This is how an IFZA office solution looks like. We have different types of offices to cater for different type of clients as per their requirements. So even if you doesn't want to go for a proper private office or personalized office for your company, and if you want to start with a co-working space, we have that option. If you want a separate office, we do have that option. So FlexiDesk and FlexiDesk Plus are co-working spaces which allows you to have a desk space and in a large co-working area at a very reasonable price. FlexiDesk will be catered for 10 hours usage per week, whereas FlexiDesk Plus will give you a dedicated workstation with unlimited usage. Dedicated workspace and private offices are cubicle offices, which is glass partitioned, and where this ranges from 12.5 square meter to 20 square meter. And that's how the dedicated workspace is. Private office or the personalized office is a separate office. Starts from 20 square meter. You may take half floor, full floor. It depends on how your business please, and you can do your own branding through the IFZA fit out, and that's how the personalized offices are. Thank you. It was a pleasure to present IFZA and Dubai to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that, Azil. It was definitely insightful. We will now move on to our panel discussion and questions and answers. We would need Azil back, of course, on the stage because he's one of the experts. The stage would be open for all sorts of questions and answers related to business formations, taxation, anything that all our investors and entrepreneurs have over here. I would like to invite Mr. Abdul Muqeet, the Senior Business Development Manager from Shuraa. Can we have a round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen? And I would also like to call Azil back on stage in such a short time. Thank you, Azil. Please, a round of applause for both of them, ladies and gentlemen. And we can start our first set of questions. We do not have a topic. It's open for all our investors on whatever they'd like to discuss about their respective businesses. And the stage is yours. Thank you.
So can we know about the ongoing promotions that is happening with IFZA right now for this particular month?
Sure. We do have ongoing promotions. As I mentioned, we are a free zone who actually target in terms of the volume of new business incorporations. And we do have ongoing promotions. The current month promotion that we have right now is the waiver of general trading activity fee, which is worth of 10,000 dirhams. And the cross-business activity fee, in order to combine professional and commercial activities are also waived, which is worth of 2,000 dirhams. Any upgrade amendment fee when you're upgrading the visa package from 0 visa to 1 visa or 2 visa, or any amount of visa allocation, the amendment fee is also waived. And the highlight of the promotion for this month is 1 visa free for life, whereby if you're going for any visa license packages with IFZA, we would not charge you the visa fees for 1 visa for life, which means that the visa fees will not be applicable at the time when you apply for the visa, and also when you renew the visa after every 2 years. So as long as you keep the license and the visa valid, the promotion will sustain, and you will keep getting this visa free for life.
So thank you for all the information. I just have a question about, you told us that there's a commercial type of company that you can create, or there's a branch opening. So what's the main difference between these three? Because I have an agency background, so if I open a branch, what's the difference between creating a company?
Sure. In terms of the shareholding, there are 3 options that you can go for, whether if you can go for an individual and you yourself as a shareholder of the IFZA company as an individual person in your own capacity. Yeah, that's an option. And other options are whether if you want to go for a corporate, whether if you can keep a company as a shareholder of the IFZA company rather than you as a person being a 100% shareholder of the company. Yeah. So in terms of corporate shareholder, there are 2 types of corporate shareholders. Either you can set the company as a subsidiary company, maybe wholly owned or partially owned by your corporate entity outside the IFZA, or else you can set it up as a branch company. Now, the difference between the subsidiary company and the branch companies are actually subsidiary companies are separate legal entity which is separate from the parent company. Yeah. Whereas the branch company is actually an extension of the parent company which will have similar activities of the parent company. So that's the two differences between it. Thank you.
Adding to the same point, when an entrepreneur or a corporate entity, which is globally established corporate entity, if they want to come to UAE, there are many legal frameworks to choose, like he rightly said. Currently, right now, it is very important for a globally established business to choose the right legal form. So when a company is incorporated in the UAE, the first legal form which is available for incorporation is a limited liability company. So in a limited liability company, if it is incorporated by an individual, we call it as an independent legal entity, incorporated by an individual person. If the same company is incorporated with as a corporate entity as a shareholder, we call it as a subsidiary of a foreign company. And at the same time, if you do not want to distinguish between your entity in the UAE with the entity in the foreign entity, you have an option to choose the third type of legal entity, which is a branch of a foreign company. What happens when you set up a branch of a foreign entity is the liability factor will be transferred to the parent company when it comes to a branch. When it is a subsidiary, what happens within UAE remains within the UAE. That is the major difference between the subsidiary and the branch. When you evaluate your company from the point of view of liability, because the company is structured in a way, the legal structure is a limited liability company.
Hi. Just on the same example you've just given on a branch and a subsidiary. So if a foreign company, let's say, is based in the UK, for tax purposes, whether it's a subsidiary or a branch, does it make any difference?
Like in the today's presentation, we have highlighted two types of existing tax laws in the UAE. One is the first tax which is recently introduced, which I give a priority more than the other type of tax, is a corporate tax. Irrespective of the legal structure of the company, be it an individually owned or a subsidiary or a branch of a foreign company, every company within the timeline of 90 days from its incorporation must register for a corporate tax. Okay. The corporate tax, like it is mentioned, over in one financial year, if the corporate tax is more than, if the profit of the company is more than $100,000, which is equivalent to 375,000 dirhams, then whatever the income is generated over and above, it is taxable, irrespective of the kind of company you form, branch or a foreign company or individually owned company. Same way, the other type of tax what is applied here in the UAE is value added tax, 5%, which is a transaction based tax, I say in that way. If your business operation, when a company is doing a local business, local income generated through the local business, in that time, if the transaction value is more than 185,000 dirhams or 375,000 dirhams, 5% value added tax need to be paid. So these are the only two types of tax applied for all type of companies which is registered in the UAE. So it's being a branch of a foreign company, but you have a local existence here in the UAE, corporate tax will apply because you have corporate office, you have a employees, you have a local income generated within the local premises, then the corporate tax will apply. Hope this answers your question.
Yeah. No, I understand the corporate tax locally will be paid, but if it's a branch or a subsidiary of a foreign, let's say a UK company,
Right.
So for the parent company, there must be a double taxation treaty relief.
Right. That is also applicable. There is a treaty which is signed between the countries. There are treaties signed between many countries from FTA and the other government authorities. You can get the benefit of a double taxations. I believe we have any tax expert here who can answer that. Okay, so we have a team of tax experts who can answer you more about this type of double taxation benefits, what a branch of a foreign company is entitled for. There are certain special free zones recognized, and there are certain special type of designated free zones, non-designated free zones, and there are special type of activities are recognized. Under those preview of the FTA rules and regulations, you can enjoy the double taxation benefit as well.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. In the presentation, you also mentioned about the flexi desk and the dedicated workspace. So I wanted to know the charges for that, since Mr. mentioned like it's quite, the pricing is.
Sure. So in terms of our office spaces, the pricing is very flexible, right? So we have different types of office spaces. The flexi desk will cost you around 6,900 if you want to have a flexi desk space for 10 hours usage per week. But if you want an unlimited usage, it would cost you about 9,000 dirhams, per year, including everything. And if you're going for a dedicated workspace, it starts from 12.5 square meter. Won't be able to give you an exact pricing for it, but an approximate per square meter pricing would be around 1,800 dirhams, And also it includes 2 workstation or an executive desk. And the personalized office would be a bit cheaper in terms of the 6 per square meter, because it's a unfurnished office, as well as you can do your fit outs as you may please. And because to bring in your own branding, so a personalized office is probably like an office that we are sitting right now, like an events room. If you want such a big office, you can bring in your own branding, you can do your own fit outs and so on.
So do we need an IFZA license for that, or any mainland is also?
All our offices are given only to the IFZA licenses. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Do we have any more questions?
Hi. The free lifetime visa which you just concluded, for how long is the offer valid for?
The offer is valid for this month and it ends on 31st of August, and it's available for any new licensees that gets incorporated or applies for a license within the month of August until 31st of August.
So if we decide to form any company after 31st, then we will not be the offer available for us?
Unfortunately, the offer ends on 31st of August, but then again, if you want to reserve the offers before 31st of August, you can reserve it by paying an advance fee of 5,000 dirhams, and you can reserve it for the next 3 months, until which you can make the balance payment and proceed with the incorporation formalities.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Hi. You told me that if the profit of a company is more than 100,000 US dollars, it's taxable. But if I'm working as an individual, then it's not taxable?
See, currently right now, if any person in the UAE, am I audible? Okay, is generating income through any kind of an economic activity. You may be a freelancer, you may be an entrepreneur, or you may be a corporate entity. If the income is generated through an economic activity, one should have an appropriate license. That is why we have many options available. The government is offering many alternative ways for someone to recognize their businesses. Even a housewife is working from a home and making food at home. We have a home-based licenses. So irrespective of how you generate the income, if your income is crossing the benchmark, what is said by the FTA authority, then you should apply the tax rules and regulation will be applied. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
For individual.
Hi, good afternoon. Given with the IFZA license, are we allowed to obtain shops outside free zone?
Good afternoon. Thank you for the question. With an IFZA license, you cannot have a retail space outside the free zone, because a free zone is a special economic area governed by its own legal framework by its definition. So whenever you have a free zone license, you need to have the offices or the retail shops inside the free zone, within the free zone. Yeah. Now, if you want an office through outside the free zone, you may take an office through any of the business centers in the free zone, And the main reason for it is actually the business centers are companies which are licensed to sublet their premises to their clients.
So, meaning to say you're not giving NOC to have office outside free zone?
No, we're not giving any NOC to have office outside the free zone, but at the same time, having a business center office would not require an NOC for it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like, do we have any more questions? All right, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. We would now move to our for a coffee break. So there is coffee, there are some snacks that we can enjoy, and of course network around. Post which we will have a tour of the office facilities that IFZA has, and Mr. Azul would lead us to there. So we can just enjoy a coffee for now, and we'll connect after that. Thank you.
That means.